flowers out by my house, by some chamisa plants. It's this beautiful plant here. It's all around, and it doesn't quite have its leaves yet. But when spring comes, it should. I mean, spring's here, but it's still taking time to get its leaves, and or maybe these are its leaves. I don't think so though. Its flowers, they're yellow, and they're all around, and they're pretty hardy. They're like weeds growing here. It's a native plant here, and it has, even though it grows everywhere, it is not a weed. It's got its own healing properties, but I haven't quite learned how to use it. It can help with stomach disorders, fevers, and the locals here, the native people here, use it with, for joint pains, joint aches as well. It's easy to pass off plants around here, I feel. And I see some sage, some beautiful sage growing. So the chamisa's name is also known as, I think, rabbit brush. It's such a lovely name, and we do see lots of rabbits around here. I just saw some of its poop. Did you know that rabbit's poop is really good for plants, like as manure? No, as a fertilizer. Yeah, the manure is really good for growing plants. It's really rich in nitrogen. Cute little pellets. Well, I have a light heart message for you today, continuing from my previous video, and that was on what people can do to have a peace of mind. And there are two things people can do. So the first one is whenever you find yourself overthinking, or that you think you are overthinking, or that your mind is racing and you're kind of feeling out of balance with yourself, the first thing, okay, let's talk about that next, but there's something going on in our minds that makes us feel like we don't have control over ourselves. It's like you're racing. But I realized something that helped me really come to terms with these thoughts and find peace much more quickly. And that is, the mind in its own is a really simple organ in some sense, the brain. It's there to help us function. I learned that the entire body is basically an extension of the brain. When a baby is first created, a human being is first created, the first thing that gets created after the cells, the sperm and the egg, comes together and they start dividing into different cells, the first thing that it does is to create the brain, the spinal cord. It's like a silver cord in spirituality terms, but it creates the brain first, and then the brain has to find a way to function in the world. So then it starts extending itself through the spinal cord to create all the other cells that it needs, the organs, and then limbs, and then everything else gets put together. So we are essentially a walking brain, the brain that needs a physical body or vehicle. Does that sound funny? But because of the way we've lived for so long, we've been taken away from being the kind of like the animals that we are. Many people would disagree that we are not animals. Clearly we're not. I'm not sat here with a lot of fur running around like the rabbits are. We've gone through a lot, and I cannot speak about that right now. We're extremely fascinating, and so are animals. But in some sense, because of the language, the word, it's given us a whole different way of communicating with other people, with the world, with ourselves. We've kind of not used instinct in leading our lives. Instead, we've come to live life through words, through images, through meaning, suggested meaning, and things like that. So it's very different. We've come to live life through the brain, thoughts, thinking, and not through the body so much, if that makes sense to you. So one day I realized that the brain is there, like with all animals, to process things. It's a yes-no machine on some level. It's definitely not all of it, because it has a lot of other functions, of course. It's the nervous memory center, somewhat major functions. But it's like, instead of letting the brain do that kind of work of thinking, actual sitting down and thinking, the brain is now used to process life, and that can make it really difficult for us sometimes, because we think we are our thoughts. Our thoughts are an accumulation of our entire life's experience. It's a reflection of everything we've gone through. So yes, it is who we are, but we are not that. You may have heard that you're not the I don't remember the term, but you're not the sculptor. You're the artist that is doing the sculpting, right? So you're not your thoughts. You're the one observing your thoughts. They don't make you who you are. They're a reflection of your life experiences. So you can choose what you want to do with your life experiences and what you want to do next. And then again, is that really who you are? But that's a whole other topic. So with that being said, the brain to me has 4 functions. They all start with the letter P. Or actually, no, one of them does not. The first being, your brain is there to process, to simply process information, right? The second one is, it's there to play. It's there to explore, play with ideas, and it's a little cheeky in some sense, right? It's a child, it wants to play. The third thing that the brain does is to protect. It protects you. Let's leave it at that for now. It protects you. It's there to make sure you're safe, and then you can extend it to it protects people around you, things you care about, ideas you care about even. So it's there to protect. And the fourth one does not start with a P, it's a C. It challenges you. It's there to kind of test things in a different way that playing is. It's there to challenge things, to test it out so you know you're okay. So the 4 things that I said were process, play, protect, and challenge. And I've tried this for many years now. Whenever I have a thought, I feel like I can place them in any one of these 4. It may be at some point, oh no, there's another thing that the brain is trying to do, and it's a different category. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to these 4. And I realize the brain is such an innocent thing. I don't have to go on in deep conversations with myself, tell myself what I should be thinking about or should not be thinking about. In a sense, trying to either suppress the way I feel or the things I'm thinking about, or try and manipulate myself. It doesn't always have to be a negative intention. It is usually with positive intention. Even with like an intention as innocent to me, as innocent as, oh, I'm trying to make sure I'm okay, I'm safe, and that people love me. So I'm overthinking, or I'm thinking, overthinking about a certain thing that happened or something somebody said. And here it goes on and on and on, like a loop in my mind. But once I understood that, okay, maybe at this point my brain is doing a thing of, first of all, it's trying to process something that happened. And it doesn't have to only be one thing that happens at any point in time. It could just be many things at the same time. And it's also trying to protect me. And if I'm thinking of other weird scenarios, I'm either playing, the brain is playing, or challenging, right? Testing certain boundaries and trying to find out what's right, what's wrong, and things like that. Maybe you can, if you're listening to this video, see if this applies to your life and your thoughts and see if it helps you. And if it does, I'll be really, really happy to know that you can find a little more peace in your life. And yeah. And okay, so the second thing that you can do to take you out of that brings you back from being out of balance and find peace of mind is a very simple and beautiful thing. And that is to hum. To hum, H-U-M. You go, and you feel that resonance, that vibration inside of you, that shaking inside of you. It may be a little strange if you've never done anything like that before, or if you're in public and you're trying to do something like that. Take your time with it. But humming creates a sensory draw, or rather a sensory experience, and it draws your attention inwards. So you get back to yourself and you calm down naturally. And you calm down in a natural way because it's your own vibration unique to yourself. And it's the perfect healing vibration for you. And it's really easy to do, and you can do it quietly, you can do it as loudly as you need to, you can do it in different ways as well. Some cultures, they hum to, not that they hum, they practice mantras, and they sound the word Om out. And that's also very vibrating, and it creates a resonance or vibration within yourself. You can go, or different words you would like, or sounds basically. Maybe let's move away from words. I'll try to do this if it helps, and see how that feels for you. I notice that the louder I do it, the more I feel the vibrations. So give that a try if you would like to, and I hope it helps. That's always good to share. Lots of love to you, and have a wonderful day. Light and love, always.